Thanks, Mr. Chairman. Thank you both for your service. Admiral, I want to ask you some questions based on your extraordinarily impressive experience as an aviator, as well as combatant commander. We're building new aircraft carriers at huge expense. Are you concerned about their vulnerability in light of the increased Chinese capabilities that you mentioned in your testimony, AI, cyber, hypersonic missiles? My guess is the everyday American sees an aircraft carrier as a huge sitting duck out there in the middle of the Pacific. Are you concerned?
It's a moving duck with the ability to defend itself, unique among airfields as a mobile capability. It is not uniquely vulnerable, but it is uniquely valuable. And the PRC, seeing that value, have made it a focus, because they have every other fixed land-based targeting complete. Its value lay in the enormous variety and the enormous mass of fires. And so it is not more uniquely vulnerable to the PRC, it is more uniquely threatening to the PRC, which is why they're working so hard to strike it. And I hear people say, well, in war games we lose these aircraft carriers. The war games must have a terrible Paparo simulator, because I'm going to put them into harm's way judiciously and when they can strike, and it will be my job to return those aircraft carriers to their home bases after they have done their duty. So I am no more concerned about aircraft carriers than I am about destroyers, submarines, squadrons, wings, battalions, regiments. But those fires are, the mass of fires that they bring are absolutely unique, step-level change above any other particular single unit. And you pay me to find ways to protect those aircraft carriers along with everything else that's in the Joint Force. For every one air-to-surface missile, there are, for every one maritime-oriented missile, there are 8 others that are designed to strike land targets. And so, I note that, this topic comes up frequently, but you have my opinion on it, is that instead of waxing into a culture of, well, we should give up on this capability, no, we should do something about it, and we are doing something about it, and that is well included in my integrated priorities list that I've presented to the committee.
I think that answer is extremely compelling, and thank you for it. Turning to submarines and asking the same question in a different form, are submarines more vulnerable today than, say, 3 years ago, 5 years ago, because of those advanced detection and countermeasures that the Chinese or other adversaries could mount?
The PRC is growing in their capability on anti-submarine warfare, which I would expect them to do. I respect them for doing it. They are more vulnerable than they've been before, and that equally confers the responsibility for the command to take the steps that gain more margin. I mean, the United States has a generational lead on undersea warfare, and it remains critical, absolutely one of my highest priorities. The introduction of quantum computing could well enhance the PRC's ability to flood the zone and to target submarines and to take that away. They're pushing sensors into the sea to find them. They're working very hard to find them, and they're working very hard to counter them. I have an equal duty to protect those and to preserve the unusual, the outsized combat capability of those submarines. And I take a similar view of refusing to quit on a unique capability. And on that front, if I leave the space between the surface and the Kármán line, our adversaries are going to flood that space with capability and become even more effective against our submarine force.
Well, I thank you for both of those answers, which, again, I find very persuasive. We can't quit on those weapons platforms. We just need to make them more capable and stronger. And I look forward to working with you on that mission. Thank you very much, Admiral. Thank you both for your service.